Tobacco tax, a rare piece of legislation that usually gets bipartisan agreement.
For one thing, cigarettes are viewed as a bad. They're viewed as having negative externalities, which is a fancy way of saying hurt other people. Anything that's viewed as a sin tax is usually fairly easy to support.
The Massachusetts House of Representatives has voted overwhelmingly in support of a $1 per pack tax hike on cigarettes to help fund transportation.
Smokers are a minority now, and you see like how all the clean air laws pass so easily. It's something that basically everybody can get on the side of.
With such an easy stream of revenue, state and federal governments rely on tobacco money to balance their budgets.
The tax doesn't have a large effect on behavior, and we know that the demand for cigarettes is reasonably unresponsive to the price. The hardcore smokers are going to keep smoking.
Smokers agree it's not cost that will stop them from smoking and anticipate prices to rise.
It's going to be as high as it can be where people are still buying cigarettes. It's a tax where, I realize people are addicted. It's a choice that people make. It's a tax people choose to pay.
Me smoking has nothing to do with the cost of cigarettes. It's something I'm either going to do or not going to do. I smoked in New York City and cigarettes got up to $15 a pack.
As the tobacco tax has increased dramatically over the last 10 years, of course, the Massachusetts revenue has increased as well. However, the amount of money that the Massachusetts Tobacco Cessation and Prevention Program has gotten has decreased 92% over the last 10 years. Tobacco tax revenue in Massachusetts was $553 million last year, but only $4.1 million, or less than 1%, went to cessation and prevention.
A combination of three governors, Governor Weld, Governor Swift, and then Governor Romney, decimated the program by slashing the budget. Unfortunately, that resulted in what I consider the complete decimation of the tobacco control program. It's funded at what I would call a skeleton level right now.
You know what?
This means there's no funding for effective prevention programs, such as ad campaigns targeted towards youth.
If you're putting a burden on smokers to fund programs that have nothing to do with smoking, it really violates justice. It's not fair to require smokers to pay for, government services.
Additionally, those in the bottom fifth of the income bracket are more than twice as likely to become smokers than those in the top fifth.
We know that decreased levels of education and income are associated with a host of unhealthy behaviors. Smoking is one of them. But I think that draws out additional reason why this tax is unfair. The people who are paying the tax are the lower income segment of the population.
There are, however, skeptics to cessation programs.
I personally don't necessarily think that cessation programs work. I think that you smoke or you don't smoke, and when you don't smoke, it's your time not to smoke.
And Kevin Lang gives us one more thought to chew on.
The other thing you really have to worry about with cigarettes or any highly taxed item is illegal activity.
Cigarette smuggling is not a problem yet in the United States, but with all these tobacco tax hikes, we might get there. Reporting in Boston, I'm Dee Dee Sun.